finger's not on the trigger for taking profits, but it's at the low ready. So let's take a look at the charts and give you guys a quick breakdown of where I think we're at, where I think we're heading. Right now, Bitcoin is sitting at $35,500. And as you can see, the stochastic RSI is all the way down, and we have been rising into this. So this is big to me, that we've been rising / sideways while the stochastic RSI is to the downside. And what you'll notice is we're getting a little bit of a cross here on the daily. Now, this is quick, fast, in a hurry. We're heading into the new moon energy, so I anticipate us to continue this leg up. As you can see, we're a few days behind the prior iteration. I'll just lay it out for you. So the breakout was a couple of days before on the last iteration. Let's just see here. It was about five days to a week behind, and we're just basically following that to a T right now. We're still about in the same range. Now, once we get across to the upside on the stochastic RSI, this could be the finish of this continuation right here. As high as, and I've said it all along, as high as 49,000. Now, that being said, that doesn't mean that that's exactly where we need to go. And some things that I'm going to be looking at when taking profits are specifically on the weekly time frame. And you'll notice that we're getting pretty high up here on the stochastic RSI. Once this starts to cross the downside, that's going to be signal number one. Signal number two for me is on the weekly, on the RSI. When the RSI gets above 80, regardless of price, it doesn't matter if we're at 36,000 or 48,000. When that starts getting about above 80, that to me is the signal that this is about over. Because if we look in the past here, right here was the prior retracement. Where did we get to? We got to 86. The prior one before that was the past retracement. It was right here. And where did we get to? We got to 80, 87, 88. For me, I would rather be a dollar early, a dollar short, and a day early rather than wait for the day that never comes. My plan is to take about 20% profit in Bitcoin. Take about 20% profit. Once that happens, hopefully it's as high as $48,000, but I'll take profit at $35,000. That for me is still a double on my money because I was accumulating way back here in the $16,000, $17,000 range. So for me, $35,000 is still a double on my money. The reason that I'm only going to do 20% is that is an insurance policy. Because for me, it's not really about predictions. It's really about what is the most likely scenario here that we can see and have. What's the most likely scenario that we can have right now to the upside, to the downside, and having a plan to take action if that happens. So for me, my thesis is we're going to go to $48,000, may call it 42, 45, somewhere in there, and come all the way back down to $32,000 and back test the prior range. My plan is to take profit 20% and reaccumulate once we back test. Now, the reason it's only 20% is because it's an insurance policy in the case that it actually goes on a bull run. I don't think that that's going to happen, but I've been right many, many times, but I don't bat 1,000. So it's all about having a plan in place for this to happen and for this to happen. And my third scenario also is 35,000 could be it. I don't think that that's what's going to happen either. But if I start getting signals on the RSI, the stochastic RSI on the weekly, I will move and I will pivot very quickly and I will let you guys know. But ultimately, these are the three scenarios that I see playing out right now. Scenario number one, which I give it a 10% likelihood, is 35,000 is the end of this retracement, and we're going to come back into the high 20s, and we're just going to consolidate some more. I'd give that a 10% chance. Scenario number two is this is the bull run. Again, I would give that a 10% chance. And scenario number three is we are actually going to do what I thought, which was a retracement and a back test consolidation, 200 days followed by then going off in the bull run. Either one of these scenarios, I have a plan in place to take action to set myself up. But that is a quick little update on the market on where I think that we're going. Ultimately, I think that we're going to finish this move in the next week. If we don't, the new moon, I believe, is on the 13th. I would give us about 3-4 days after the new moon. If we haven't done that, you should start considering taking profit, because that's probably the end of the mustard. I personally think that this move is going to finish and be done within a week. But we'll see what the charts say in a week from now. And I'll keep you guys updated if I change my mind or if I see something in the market that comes out and is like, whoa, I'll let you guys know. But as for right now, that's sort of where I think that we're at. I'm going to be basing like my entire portfolio off of Bitcoin. Bitcoin, I'm going to be taking 20%, and my less conviction stocks, I'll be taking as much as 40%, somewhere between that range. Between like how high is my conviction? Bitcoin is the most, and then some of the other coins will be 40%. I'll be taking profit, hopefully reaccumulating on the back test. And then we're going to have 200 days of sideways and boring. But that is going to be it for this time. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Make sure you like, subscribe. Follow me on YouTube, TikTok, Twitter. Peace, love, prosperity. God first. God bless.
Damn, hustling, 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 hustling,
It's your
hustling,
boy,
hustling,
Ski.
hustling, hustling.